this has got to be the single worst year in professional wrestling history. Never have I seen such a consecutive pattern of horrible fucking shows. You know, I always stood by, my opinion that 1995 was the single worst year in professional wrestling history, when you just had so many childish antics going about, and characters, and just generally like bad matches and pay-per-views. But I have come to find that 2012 is probably the worst year in WWE history and professional wrestling history. I mean, this was just beyond a retarded show. We start off with Edge, and I was excited about this Edge, coming back. Obviously we know that it's just going to be a promo. I expected something good. It's just, he's plugging Haven that's going to come on after SmackDown. He's going to, be a regular character on there now. So he's just there to plug it, basically. And then he talks about what he thought was really strange, and they show a clip of Kane and Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan comes out and starts arguing with him. Just a really kind of a stupid fucking cheap fight. This yes, no bullshit. It was very funny when Daniel Bryan started doing yes, but now they're starting to get into like Looney Tunes here. It reminded me of Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck arguing back and forth about duck season, wabbit season. I mean, when WWE starts reminding me of the Looney Tunes, it's time to fucking get your shit straight, because this is fucking stupid already. Sandow comes out, and first Kane is out there, and then they start hugging. I mean, and then Sandow comes out and basically just owns all of them and says that this reminds him of basically a pool of feces, he says. A great fucking 30-second promo by Sandow, pretty much summing up all my feelings. And the funny thing is that, Edge tells him to shut up, that he feels like he's going to throw up. I mean, how ironic is it that we're supposed to boo Sandow when he's saying everything that's true about the WWE? It is a big pile of feces. I've compared Raw and SmackDown week after week in my reviews to bat guano, to diarrhea, to every single type of excrement on the planet. And Sandow, a character on WWE television, actually comes out and it almost seems like I'm speaking through him. I mean, it's almost like Sandow might have watched one of my videos and said, you know what? That guy Brad's got a point, so I'm going to come out and add it to one of my promos. Well, thank you, Damian Sandow. I appreciate that. This was just disgustingly stupid. And then we get an announcement that from now on, I don't know if it's just going to be on SmackDown or Raw, that the middle rope is going to be pink because of this phony-ass Susan G., anti-breast cancer organization that the WWE is joined up with. Now, you all know that I talked about my Raw review about how this is phony pandering. I'm not, I was going to blow my top here, but I'm saving my anger for another video. So then we get our first match, Sandow and Kane. They were letting the fans decide. For some reason, they do Sandow. They pick they pick Kane over Daniel Bryan. Sandow actually ends up winning because Daniel Bryan distracts Kane. So actually, I was pretty happy by that result. The match sucked, but I was happy by the result. Kane is just looking like a fucking jobber. I think from now on in my reviews, I'm going to stop referring to him as the Big Red Retard and maybe start calling him the Big Red Jobber. Maybe I'll just call them both. Then we've got Layla and Natalya. Layla does the layout and the neck breaker and gets the win. Sucky match. Nothing there at all to really talk about. Then we get the supposed main event that's in the middle of the show. Sheamus and Orton defeating Del Rio and Ziggler. Of course, Ziggler gets pinned again. A boring match, a lot of chin locks, rest holds, you name it. Del Rio, I don't understand how some people could get behind this guy. All he does is a bunch of kicks and nothing else during the match. I didn't like this at all. It starts picking up in the last minute, but I was already feeling sleepy eye by that point. So I didn't fall asleep this time, but I almost did. But this was just stupid. You know, again, Sheamus beats Ziggler with the bro kick. How many times have we seen this finish? I mean, just it's the same fucking shit week after week. No progression in the WWE at all. It's just the same fucking boring ass shit. Then up next we've got Cody Rhodes, and he defeats Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan jobs to Cody Rhodes. Now, granted, Kane distracted him by setting off his pyro, but even still, it doesn't make any sense to have Bryan job out here. I mean, for what reason? To have the best wrestler on your roster who gives it, you know, it his best effort than any of the other guys on the roster. He gives it the best effort, and they fucking just job him out once again. Then you got Brodus Clay and defeats Heath Slater by disqualification. And this surprised me. I almost didn't understand what the hell was going on. Jinder Mahal and Drew McIntyre come out and they start beating on Brodus Clay. They beat the fucking shit out of Brodus Clay, and I always love it when it happens. When somebody I absolutely fucking hate just gets their ass handed to them on television. It was great, and the thing is, Heath Slater seems like he's going to be the leader. Now, I know these guys are like jobbers, but maybe they could start getting some momentum going. But I just know that WWE is going to fuck this up because they keep fucking everything up. They're probably going to job them out. But if they actually, by chance, happen to do this the right way, it could be a cool little team. And I'm happy Slater is actually looking somewhat important. He's actually might head up his own stable. And it's about time that Drew McIntyre is a part of something, because I'm a fan of McIntyre. Now, Jinder Mahal, I don't really care for at all. I haven't seen anything out of him. I thought if anybody should get released on the roster besides Brodus Clay, it should have been Jinder Mahal, because the guy doesn't do fucking anything worth a damn. But I like these developments, and I hope it really does turn into something, because Heath Slater is really a talented guy, and he does great. The best thing about him is that he has excellent mic skills, and he's even better on the mic than someone like Sheamus or Del Rio. So this is a mid-card talent who's excellent on the mic and is pretty good in the ring. So that is great. I mean, like I said, I could see him being a U.S. champion. So, after all this fucking shit that I hated, it was fucking fantastic to finally see something decent developing on SmackDown. Then you get Santino defeating Cesaro. Now, I was up here because of the Slater shit. It started to excite me. And then after that match, I was down here. Why the fuck is Santino beating Cesaro? I mean, I thought they were in the process of, phasing Santino out after jobbing week after week. Now they job out Cesaro. Now, he was distracted because Oksana went in the ring and tried to grab the Cobra, and she's trying to take it away like it fucking even matters, because it's just a fucking sock. Why does it matter if it's on his hand or not when he delivers the Cobra? The sock is not going to add any impact. But once again, look, this is almost like arguing with retarded people. Why does he need the sock? I might as well go to a mental institution and just have random arguments with people. Then Cesaro gets pissed off and he breaks up with Oksana in 5 different languages. I think probably the only thing that was getting Cesaro any attention is Oksana. So now that they've taken away his prized valet, I think that everybody is not going to give a fuck about him now. So that's just a really stupid idea, unless they get back together, but probably not. Then we get I don't know if this is the main event. This is the last match anyway. It's Kane and Daniel Bryan defeating Cody Rhodes and Damian Sandow by disqualification. You know, all these fucking matches had shenanigans going on in them. There was 1,000 run-ins tonight, DQ finishes. You know, everything is just a fucking mess on this show. There was nothing great about this match at all. You had the tag teams, all the tag teams like Primetime Players and Usos surrounding the ring. And you look at all these teams and you say to yourself, holy shit, WWE has a lot of tag teams, but they all fucking suck. I mean, you got no good teams out there. The only good one is Justin Gabriel and Tyson Kidd. That's about it. And as far as as it looks, Tyson Kidd and Gabriel are probably the lowest tag team, you know, on a roster as far as how they view them in terms of credibility. So Daniel Bryan and Kane end up laying them all out with chair shots. And, you know, they try to make this cute, like Daniel Bryan's handing Kane the chair. Oh, here you go, honey. Here's the chair. I mean, this is just fucking stupid already. They laid out every tag team, so now all the teams look weak, and it doesn't look like they have any viable challengers. You've got pink ropes. You've got hugging. You've got friendship and sharing. I mean, I almost thought that Kane was just going to knock Daniel Bryan or chokeslam Daniel Bryan onto the mat, and he was going to just mount them and then just fuck him right there on the spot. I mean, you got pink ropes, you know, hugging and everything. Where's the sex? Where's the man-on-man action? I don't see it. I mean, you know, if you're going to make a fucking gay porn, do it the right way. Where's the porn part? Where's the sex? I want to see it. I mean, I want to see Kane mount Daniel Bryan, or just have Daniel Bryan drop to his knees. Maybe Kane could give Daniel Bryan a chair shot to the knees, since, you know, they're not allowed to hit them in the head anymore because that's too violent. So hit Daniel Bryan in both kneecaps, make him drop down to his knees and fucking suck Kane off right in between those fucking gay pink ropes. I mean, I've just about had enough. This show was absolutely terrible, horrible. The only good thing was a bunch of jobbers getting together and starting a revolution, you know, if that's even what it is. But, I mean, what a fucking waste of time. What a fucking waste of a Friday night to watch a show like this that produces absolutely nothing at all. I mean, you know, you could just, like, not watch this episode of SmackDown, and you could watch Raw, and you really wouldn't have missed anything, because there was no developments really at all that fucking matter. So this show was just abysmal, to say the very least.